Let's get it started. My bad for the delay, family. We got Mike in the building. Let me go ahead and get everything set up on my end. And I believe we're good. And boom. And there it is there every time. All right. Let me see here. It always makes me like have to fix something. Let me see. Let me
Yo,
see. Yo, yo. What's going on? Every time my computer updates, I gotta double back and fix the
need a
thing.
Mac. Just need to go Mac, T Mac.
Oh, no, no, no. Nah, it's just this OBS. This ain't got to do with the computer. The OBS does its own thing. It just updates and it's like, oh yeah, we decided to change all your settings for
Yeah,
fun.
it's been happening.
And every time for OBS too. Like it's known for that. Like after an update, you got to come in here and readjust everything again. Let me see
Yeah,
here.
Palencia, can you like allow me to?
Here we go.
Palencia has already talked about the Miami Heat loss last night. Like, come on, this
Oh man, can we get in here good?
a little too soon, a little too soon. Palencia.
Man, no chill, no chill. What's going on, fam? I miss you guys, Mike. Man, I appreciate you so much for holding it down this week, man. It has been
Of course.
one of them weeks, man. One of them weeks, to say the least. Character building, to say the least, man.
Nah, we got you, bro. Chat sending you much love. Let's drop some hearts in the chat for Kurt. Welcome back, bro.
Yeah,
We
man, dude, I
definitely missed
appreciate you
you.
so much, man. It's like you get to a place, and some of you guys might be able to relate to this too. Like with family, man, it's one of those weird scenarios where like people don't really come together until they have to, and it was just
Yeah.
one of those times where like we kind of all came together, and it was nothing bad, nothing like that, but just it gets you in the feels, man. Because I haven't seen, like, honestly, I haven't seen my mom. You might not even know this, bro. I haven't seen my mom maybe like 4 years.
Oh wow, and I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
bro. Like it's been wild, bro. It's been wild. So like, yeah. So like to have to like talk to her and us sit down. We talk a lot, but just not me coming to visit and stuff. Like I've been so busy, man. Like I am, and just home stuff, kid stuff, like everything. It's been like nonstop. So like we had a good talk, and she got in her fields. I got in my mom. My mom had me way like when she was like 16. So we grew up together. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a whole thing. But yeah, it's been a week. It's definitely a week. But I'm glad to be back on with you guys. Definitely missed y'all, man. This is like therapy for me hanging out with y'all. So it was
Yeah.
it's a whole release. I can come over here and just vibe out and not have to be on other stuff all day long. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you, bro, holding it down, man. So let's get into the sauce, man. Bitcoin. And the thing is, I was shocked, right? I took a little break from the chart. I'm like, okay, I'm taking care of family stuff. I come back and look at the chart. I'm like, as we said, we were gonna have a pullback, and sure
Yeah.
enough, got the pullback. Came down near the zone. Let me go down to the 4 hour. Came down near the zone. I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done. I think we're gonna have more pullback left in us. And the reason why I say that, because I want to get into this with you guys real quick. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Have you guys been hearing about this GBTC thing? Like, have you talked to them about that yet, bro?
How they're accumulating? Oh
No,
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 they
no,
were
no, no.
selling. They were selling.
They're selling. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I did a little bit, but you go into it.
yeah. So GBTC, right, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and they're having a ton of outflows. Okay, and this whole coin Tucky Derby thing. I'm like, look at how Bloomberg just loves crypto now, guys. They're so excited about the thing they were questioning forever. Look at how the narrative instantly shifts, and they got little cute names for stuff now. I'm like, boy, y'all couldn't stand this thing. It was the one guy on Bloomberg that everybody was rooting for, and nobody
Yeah.
liked him. And all of a sudden, he's like the front runner for everything crypto. But this whole deal right now with Grayscale having a ton of outflows, I want to play this for you guys just so y'all can hear it, so we can kind of kick it about this. So because I want you guys to get the real the narrative that they're gonna they're gonna sell you guys, because we know what it is. It's the cycles we go through, these pullbacks. It's the natural flow. But I want you guys to see how they're gonna play this out, so you can see it in front of you. Because yeah, you guys are gonna laugh. We all laugh at this stuff anyway. But yeah,
Grayscale is winning with over $10 billion of volume so far, but that has mostly translated into outflows. GBTC sitting on $3.4 billion of outflows so far. It's going to be really interesting to see how that develops.
now notice how she didn't say the end. All this outflow is going into all the ETFs. right? The
Yeah.
outflows are going out and they're going into the ETFs. People are liquefying these things and reallocating.
But let's talk about IBIT and let's talk about FBTC, of course, the BlackRock and the iShares product. You can see that both of them have above $3 billion in volume, and that increasingly has been for inflows. You take a look at total flows going into IBIT so far, $1.7 billion. That is by far the leader, but you have Fidelity's product not too far behind at $1.4 billion, increasingly pulling away from the pack. And I caught up recently with BlackRock's Rachel Aguirre about what she's seeing in terms of flows for IBIT.
Flows come from a number of different directions. Clearly, the interest we're seeing is both from retail, from self-directed investors, and there are some who were ready to invest on day one, but we're also focused on the...
Remember her name. I want you guys to write this name down, all right? Because who does she work for and what is her job? You're going to hear a lot from this person, okay?
Yeah.
I want y'all to know the players in the game, okay? Because when this stuff starts moving and shaking, you like, I know exactly who that is. So if Rachel's putting something out, there's a news article about this lady, we want to be ahead of the curve, all right? So pay attention to the names.
Those investors who are just now beginning to look at this new asset class, and we're very excited about that.
Joining us now is Bloomberg intelligence strategist James Seyfert. And James,
okay, after this guy, I'm going to cut it, but I want you to hear
so
his
far.
perspective.
Again, to my view, it looks like this is just a BlackRock and Fidelity dead heat. How are you reading it so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously what's happening. I mean, the number one thing that I'm watching is obviously Grayscale's outflows, to be completely frank. But the other thing is, as you mentioned, it's IBIT and FBTC from BlackRock and Fidelity. The one thing I would add is that there is a healthy middle class forming with these ETFs, with the likes of ARK and 21 shares, Invesco and Galaxy, Bitwise, VanEck. These guys are all have over $100 million in assets in their brand new ETFs already. So that is a healthy ETF product to be offering to clients, even though they're getting overshadowed by some of these other players.
Yeah, James, you started talking about the Grayscale outflows, and you've written recently about the relationship to FTX and DCG. Is it mostly those two relationships that are drawing on the decline, or is it kind of a vicious cycle that leads to other selling?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that selling might lead to selling, but I think that there are undoubtedly a bunch of institutions that had a bunch of money in this thing that were forced to hold it, namely FTX, DCG, probably some others due to bankruptcies. There were also institutions that were buying this thing that were to play basically the ETF approval. They wanted to go up and play the ride up. It went up 80%-ish. Now it's coming down a little bit. And then you also have plenty of people who had exposure to this thing, particularly if it was in a tax advantage account like an IRA, they're not worried about capital gains. So they're just going to sell and flip and go somewhere else. So there's a whole bunch of different selling happening.
So this is the deal. Now, in DCG is Digital Currency Group. Like that's like Galaxy Digital. That's not GBTC. Grayscale is GBTC. So if you're at Grayscale, that's those guys. This guy's explaining that all these big players that were coming into the market for the ETF, they pretty much knew the ETF was going to get approved. They bought up at the beginning of last year. They've been riding it up since January. There's a new fiscal year, and what are they going to do? Take profit, right? Yeah. They know the cycles as well. They know this area is an area that's going to be a selling zone. Just how we talked about. Let me just go back over here. Let me go to the BLX chart, because don't nobody want to believe me until I show them. Every time we see these cycles play out, we get that big breakout, right? We get the consolidation in the gray zone. We get that breakout, and then we have what? A sell-off. Let's just back it up, right? Consolidation, breakout, sell-off. Consolidation, breakout, sell-off. Guys, consolidation, breakout. So I don't care what my man's is talking about right now. We knew this was coming months ago, weeks ago, like days ago. This is the natural cycle of crypto. They're going to play whatever narrative they want to play up here. They can say Grimace from McDonald's decided to get into Bitcoin and sell off, and now we got the Hamburglar chasing them around the restaurant, and everybody's selling off because they're afraid that it don't matter. All right? This is going to happen because it's the natural cycle. They can put whatever sticker they want to put on that can of beans. We know that's tuna. All right? We know it's tuna in there. We're not falling for it. This is what it is. All right? I'm not bringing back the Grimace example, okay? We went through that. What did they decide Grimace was again? I forgot what it was. What was it again, y'all, in the chat? Because I know we literally Googled what Grimace was, bro, and we had to find out what it was. He's a taste bud. I thought he was a wad of meat my whole life. Just big purple dude running around with Ronald McDonald. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's old school.
Yeah, see, now he makes me feel old because I saw your face, like, you're like, Grimace? Like, what is... Like my face instantly was like,
I remember the character, but I don't. That's. I was thinking Barney.
But yeah, man. So this guy's gonna sell a narrative. We get it. It's Bloomberg intelligence. This guy gets paid to come up here and sound smart. At the end of the day, we know this is crypto's natural cycle. We're gonna pay attention to the charts. And the thing is, we're not gonna trade what we feel. We trade what we what. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Mike tells you guys all the time. There you go. Third letter in the alphabet. You trade what you, bam. So at the end of the day, there you go. And then, you see, that's imaginary cheeseburgers right there. We know what's in that hand. That's cheeseburgers. So that's what the C is for, cheeseburger. So we can go into a whole rabbit hole with that. Anyway, this is what I'm excited about because I think we have more room to pull back. I was looking at the DXY. DXY right now doesn't look like it wants to slow down. It's showing more demand at these levels. It wants to break and move deeper into the zone. Remember, I told you guys, once we break into this area, I'm thinking somewhere around here, we may see a little bit more of a sell-off because we have two overlapping zones. This is where it overlaps. This is usually the biggest area of confluence. So I'm keeping an eye out for these zones. Once we start seeing that dollar, get into this area here, we may look to see Bitcoin and crypto turn around and have another run. So we're really close to being at the end of the sell-off, but I still think the dollar has more room to run. And when I go back to Bitcoin right now, I think we got more room to fall. I really do. I think we got more room. And the thing is, I don't think the GBTC sell-off is going to stop anytime soon. I think they're going to keep dumping. They've made a good amount of profit. This is probably going to be their last opportunity to take profit before the bull run. And they're not going to miss it. They're not going to let it go. I'm asking you guys. It says C in a Hana. So when if you guys were buying, right? Let's say you guys were these big institutions. You guys were buying a year ago, okay? And this zone exists. You've been watching it for the longest, right? Everybody in the office is saying, hey, we're in that area where everybody may look to sell off. No one wants to be caught as the only person still dancing when the music stops. Now listen, yeah, you want to hodl because you've been told that's the only way to do this, right? Institutions are going to come in doing the same old thing they've always done. I told you're going to get all the habits that they come with. So the things they do in Forex, they're going to do it here in crypto now. The things they do in crypto, in stocks, they're going to do it here in crypto now. Things they do in real estate, they're going to do it here in crypto now. So you have to be mindful of who just entered the space. How are they going to move? What kind of habits are they bringing? They're going to ride that momentum up, sell off, find their new narrative down here for something exciting. I doubt we're going to come back down that far. But if we do, I'm going to be in here with a big old spoon. All right? Going crazy. So I want to make sure you guys are just paying attention to these levels and being excited. And before I even get past myself, just humor me for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. If you got a pen or a paper with you, just write this down. Okay? I'm going to give you guys a couple of things to just put on your wall in case you get a little nervous. Okay? Number one. We got the halving coming up, right? Bitcoin's going to go from around 900K a day in value, in volume, to around 400K a day, right? It's not going to be that much BTC being sold off, okay? That's the halving, all right? So we got halving number one. Number two, what do the miners do during the bull run? Okay? Let me know, what do the Bitcoin miners do during the bull run? All right, let me know in the chat. Listen, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. They hold. Their company becomes more valuable if they hold the Bitcoin. These mining companies are going to be holding Bitcoin. They're not going to be selling, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So what does that do to the demand of Bitcoin? If they're holding and not selling, right? Come on with me. Come on with me. There you go. Do you understand why it puts so much pressure on Bitcoin to go up faster? Because it's harder to get now. It's not as easily accessible. All right? Number 3. What is Jerome Powell going to do with rates this year? He already said it. What is he going to do with rates? It ain't nothing to cut them rates up. All right, so when we understand that Jerome Powell's been at home bumping, it ain't nothing to cut them rates off. Snip, snip. So we know he's going to cut rates. All right, that's coming. We know that's on the way. And lastly, some of you guys may or may not know about this already. They've already filed for Bitcoin options. That's coming. Okay? When Bitcoin options is available, Bitcoin becomes a cash flow asset.
Let's go.
It becomes a cash flow asset. During the bull run, what does Bitcoin do, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to put it in the chat. So if we know Bitcoin goes up during the bull run, what do you think the value of options are going to do during the bull run? People are going to be selling, like, it will be a cash flow asset. So we got rates being cut and then a brand new cash flow asset. Some of y'all don't understand what I just said to y'all. Some of y'all don't understand because you've never been on this other side of it yet. You don't understand how an options contract and cheap money go hand in hand. All right? When big investors show up and they have an opportunity, because this is not going to, this probably will never happen in the next 200 years. Okay? I want to be very clear about what's happening right now. This is a perfect storm for people to come in. And if I'm not mistaken, what kind of president are we going to have in the next, in you guys' opinion? Are we going to have a Dem or a Rep?
Oh God, here we go.
You know I gotta stir everybody up. So if we, but I'm looking. Everybody in here is on the same page. I'm like, bro, listen. I'm just going.
Half the chat ain't even from America, and they're over here.
They know.
Half the chat can't vote.
They know. All right. So I'm gonna say what everybody's gonna say without saying it. Right. So we know somebody might get back in. Okay. We don't know who he is. It's an open game. 50-50. We don't know. Some would say we may, but we don't. We don't. Okay?
Oh,
so if we don't know who the president's going to be, it could be anyone. This is America. We're going to vote. It's fair. So I'm just saying, if all of this says it's going to be Biden, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could be anybody. We don't know. I'm serious. Made in America. All right, so knowing what we know, right? It could be Sotero for president. I got my money on that one. But if it's a Republican, we know that it's going to be a very different market when Republicans are in office. Mike has broken this down for you guys on multiple classes, showing you guys the charts when a Democratic president versus a Republican president, the markets behave in a certain fashion. This is I cannot express to you guys how exhausting it is to try to tell people this is the perfect storm for a new person to come into the market. This is the perfect storm for a new person to come into the market. And nobody sees it. I feel like it's like 2008 all over again, bro. Like,
yep.
Nobody's paying attention. Nobody's even looking. And I'm looking at, the chat right now, and I'm like, bro, we got a ton of students coming into this space right now, excited, focused, and disciplined. I've never seen this many students disciplined. Like we have maybe half and half. A good majority are like trying to do risk management, and you got like another half that's just like, I'm gonna roll a dice, and I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna be like, yeah, some of y'all ain't gonna make it out, right? In this instance, I'm seeing a ton of students that are like, nah, bro. We in here laser focused. We in here ready to get this bag. So I'm super happy for this next run because I think a lot of you guys are going to really benefit from this. And moving forward, you're going to be so much more well equipped to see the things that are coming and hear how they play narratives and understand how to read in between the lines and how not to be distracted and keep yourself on the right path, and making sure that you're going to get everything you need to get out of these movements in the market. Like seeing this dollar jump back up again and everybody knows we're going to cut rates. I'm like, bro, this is a play. This is a real life play being ran. And if you don't see it, listen, you need to work on your defense. Like, this is a whole play being ran, and you got to know how to play this. Being patient, accumulating right now, dollar cost averaging, not being afraid, not looking at these pullbacks and thinking, oh my God, it's going to go to zero. like this for me is like, this is barbecue chicken. This is just be patient, relax, allow this thing to come to you, and you're gonna be able to benefit from this like it's nobody's business. If you're patient and you're willing to be teachable and coachable. That's my biggest thing. So the 4 things, we got the halving, we got miners that are gonna stop selling, we got Jerome gonna cut rates, and then we got the options for Bitcoin gonna be launching soon. And once that happens, it's just gonna be a tsunami. It'll be a flat out tsunami of just capital. And then not to mention just other nations around the world that are gonna be jumping on board with this. Like it's going to be something that you've never seen before, and it'll be so fast. Most folks will just miss it. Because they're not going to know how to navigate. They're not going to know how to set up a wallet. They're not going to know how to go onto the exchanges. They're not going to know how to even get in and out of it. They're going to be trying to figure out how to turn this thing back into cash so fast that they're going to miss out on the whole other side of it, where you can stake it and get a passive income from it. Like, they're just not going to know. And the thing about the media is they're going to keep selling you this idea that self-custody is the scariest thing in the world. That self-custody is not for you. You should be giving it to them, letting them hold it, and letting them have all the control, and you just being happy with that. They're going to keep selling you the narrative of just be lazy, we'll take care of it for you.
Facts.
That's my spiel, bro. That's just...
How about them Lions, though? Come on. How about them Lions?
I'm drinking the Lionade right now, okay? We're
Okay,
drinking the Lionade.
Okay, you've gone too far on that one, but
Nope. Because the other teams, they mad. Why are the Lions winning?
Yeah, that's Kurt's off the deep end, guys. Yeah. Well, I'm actually going for the Lions because if the script is right, the Lions have already lost.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be a Ravens 49ers Super Bowl.
Yeah, so by the script, your team already lost. So don't even spend money on tickets because they lost, and we're gonna see.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? It's gonna be like the Ravens are gonna beat the Chiefs, and and don't get me wrong, Lamar is balling right now. He did a move the other day, bro, where he dropped back left-handed.
Stop.
I'm like, what is going on with him? This ain't the same Lamar.
And he got paid last year, $250 million. So
yeah, and nobody wanted him.
I know.
Nobody wanted him. I'm like, that's scary, bro.
Where's he from? Oh yeah, 305.
You just had to hang your hat on that. Somehow it had to be a Miami connection.
Where did he grow up? 15 minutes from me, or 20 minutes from me. Come on. God. Half the team on the Ravens is from Miami, if you don't know that. They have like 10 players from our high schools and either University of Miami.
Ravens are infamous for getting some of the best Miami players, though. Like, I mean, when Ray
Lewis and Ed Reed. And Ed Reed on the defense.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like they know where to hunt. They know what it is. Listen, Harbaugh's gone now, so I feel some type of way about that.
Yeah, he went to my second favorite team, the Chargers. Well, that's a good move.
Yeah. You be wearing Chargers gear now?
I have so much Chargers stuff. It's not even fun. I used to be a Chargers fan before the Dolphins.
You told me that. You did tell me that.
I have so much Chargers stuff. But yeah, I'll share a screen, share a couple things here. If you can make me co-host.
Oh, my bad, bro. I thought already. My bad. Boom.
Yeah, the whole Bitcoin options thing, matter of time. Obviously, the infrastructure's getting ready for that. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that it's like the narrative just like repeats. Now they're delaying the Ethereum ETF, so it's like the same thing.
They don't have enough of it yet.
Yeah, they don't have enough of it yet, so we're just going to delay it. Then the Solana one, delay. XRP, delay. Mm-hmm. It's like just if you believe this stuff, you're just, I don't know. So SEC is delaying the spot ETF for ETH, pushing it back to March. We'll see what happens. Really, really cool. I showed this to everybody yesterday. Bitwise, bro, actually gave out the wallet address, their Bitcoin wallet address that shows what they're holding in their wallet, in their Bitcoin wallet. I have the wallet address on my phone, and they're holding like 12K Bitcoin right now. And then I just read a stat. Listen to this, guys. It took 4 years for MicroStrategy to buy 189,000 Bitcoin. It took a couple of weeks for BlackRock and Fidelity to buy a combined 82,000 Bitcoin.
Bro, people don't understand what's happening right now, and
Yeah.
it's slightly annoying because I'm like, I see people complain so much about, oh man, if I just had the opportunity, this is it. Like,
Yep.
you're not gonna get BlackRock coming in twice, bro. Like, this is it.
Facts. And it's like, even if I'll go through some charts here in a second, but like, even if the market just chops like this down, like, what do you think they're doing? They're DCAing the channel down,
Yup.
and then they're just going to send it when they're ready. So I'll look at the charts in a second. And like, with a lot of centralization obviously coming in, it really made me remember one of the OG companies in the space, BitPay. And I'm not telling you guys to use this wallet at all, but they do have a wallet. But really, it's a platform where it's been around since 2011. People can buy crypto here. But really, what is the cool thing is you can actually do your company's payroll using Bitcoin or using crypto, automated payroll. It's insured, all that stuff, right? Technically, of course.
You gotta tell
You
corporate
can
you want to get paid and sold from now on.
Yeah, facts. We need IAM to figure this out. So fund payroll and fiat, and then BitPay pays it out literally in crypto. And I was looking at some of these other things here, like online payments, billing, retail, marketplaces. So these are things that I think will be more talked about in the next run. And companies like BitPay there's a way to do something with real estate here through BitPay. So pretty interesting. You guys should definitely take a look at BitPay. They have a wallet. Not really a fan of it, but
there's this new company now trying to do a new project doing something with like hotels, where like if you buy certain tokens, you get a share of what the hotel makes because it's like a crypto or Web3 based hotel. So if you invest in coin, every time people check in and all that kind of stuff, you get a share of that inside of the coin. I'm like, what?
Might be a security, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I remember I remember hearing about an NFT project. I can't confirm or deny if I bought any. And they were like doing like online casinos, right? And they were like offering a revenue share, and they got shut down by the SEC. And they were kids running it. I realized when I found that out, I decided it was probably not a good idea. And you can't do that, right? You can't be like, hey, you have an NFT. We're gonna go do this online illegal casino, or we're gonna create this revenue from this business that's not registered. Not good. This is my favorite feature though on BitPay. There's actually a wait list to get here, but you could have like a debit card, have your crypto sitting in there, maybe not a lot, and you could actually use it to pay your bills. And if Bitcoin goes up, you'll get that volatility. So I think things like this are really, really cool. That I think we need to see more of in this space. Like, I'm not against BitPay. I know it's centralized, but like, imagine having like your bills, not now, definitely not now, but your bill is getting out of a wallet. Yeah. Not a terrible idea.
I mean, 'cause you think about BitPay's been around for years. Imagine if Visa starts offering that or MasterCard. Everybody's going to go crazy for it. But it's like, because BitPay's smaller, they're trying to play it like, oh, well, it's all right. But I'm like, nah, bro, it's innovative, and they've been around doing this. So yeah, it gives them some validity because they have a track record of being successful.
Yeah, BitPay is partnered with MasterCard.
Yep.
Bottom left, those MasterCard. So, I'm looking at BTC here, and obviously I do think we're going to come down to these low 30s. Why are these lines green? Kind of like Kurt was explaining. But I wouldn't be surprised, okay? We talked about this. What the heck? We talked about this level here. This liquidity got swept. I like this level to get swept as well. If I'm the market, my thing is, how do I really take people through the roller coaster? And I would expect maybe a push back up and then we come back down. Now, if we just start to create lower highs and drop, cool, get it out the way. But for some reason, I have a feeling we are going to push up.
I think they're in a rush, bro. They might hurry us up and get us down there. I think they're in a real rush because
Yeah.
we know the halving's coming in a couple weeks. Jerome's gonna cut rates in a couple weeks. It's only so much they can do.
Well, he's looking to. Well, the numbers, bro, actually have changed. So he's actually looking to pause next week, and then this second number has actually gone down a lot. This was actually at 40% yesterday for a cut in March. So there's really not a lot of confidence for a cut. Maybe a pause, and then cut after the halving. So yeah, very, very, definitely very possible. And yeah, I mean, if we started to create, like if we came in here, this will be really the sign. If Bitcoin came in back into 44 and then doesn't create a new high, then yeah, I think we taper off and fall and then really rally Q3, Q4 of this year. I'm looking at the dollar here, and it's kind of just it's the same market, but it's like this is a key level, right? We have a 50% off the fib. And if they're going to pause, we know pauses and cuts decrease the value of the dollar. So if price breaks this high, then yeah, we're going to go freaking probably really bullish here. Maybe we could even break that level, So
when is the Fed meeting? Like the 5th, I think.
No, it's next week,
Okay.
like in a week from now.
Oh, okay.
31st,
Gotcha.
and then March. So you have 5 more days.
Whew.
So, anticipation, obviously the market does the opposite.
Yep.
Dollar rallies, all the assets up fall. But you still have like stocks creating an all-time high. I mean, this does not obviously make any sense. NAS, I don't know where I think NAS fell. Pretty much at an all-time high this week. Yep, yesterday hit another all-time high.
Bro.
So they're just like holding this whole market up. And do we think they're going to let it crash? Is the question. I don't think they're going to do that.
Nah.
So I'm liking BTC. I really want to see how it plays out. I think we're coming down here regardless. How we get there is really the emotional cycle. Like I think it's a little bit too easy if it's just like, like that. Like I don't think that's not how the market really moves. I wouldn't be surprised if we came here and then if we create like let's say a lower high, we bounce. If we don't, then we just create a new low and then we taper down here, consolidate, and then maybe have it run. So we're gonna see. We did drop an XRP exchange ID here, slowly starting to DCA once again into XRP.
I'm proud of you, man. Yeah, more XRP. Let's go, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I know there's some students on here that have been waiting like 5 years for an exchange idea. So
man,
I'm cool with that. If they don't send that to the moon, then we're all in trouble. We're all in trouble.
Yeah, no, XRP is a good project right now, man. It's definitely been holding nicely. You got all these people looking to get into these different projects now. So to see XRP finally get into a space where it's available for folks to get a good DCA, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm with it for sure. I mean, it's the worst that can happen. Goes to zero.
See, you would say that part out loud. It's the worst that can happen.
What's the worst thing that can happen, everybody?
Yeah.
It's only money at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens there. I've also been, watching Uni once again back in our exchange idea zone. Just like we talked about, swept that low. I really like this golden box right here, guys. Around $5 for Uni. So
it's a buffet right now for alts, bro. I was looking at Curve like, yeah, we're down in those levels now. I mean, I'm happy. Let's go ahead and take advantage.
Curve got wrecked.
Yes, down in the levels now.
This is it. I mean, well, we might break, but yeah, I mean, this is a great starting point to DCA. Oh wow, we actually had. I don't know why I had this on the chart. That pounced. Yeah, I mean, geez, risk to reward wise. See what happens there. And yeah, Filecoin as well. Where's Filecoin? Filecoin took a nice hit. We caught Filecoin and Uni on our live analysis. Hopefully you guys were there yesterday. Filecoin sub 5. Our initial entry was 440 and 350. Both were hit back here in the day. Not a bad level though. Not a bad level from where price is at. Just trading into this candle. If you don't have Filecoin, not a bad level to start the DCA process. Kusama, yeah, Kusama as well. I've been watching this actually. It's kind of slowing down here.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't forgot about you guys. We're gonna do that night on Monday. I just, like I said, life was happening, so I got to take care of business. But I haven't
Oh, bro,
forgotten about you guys.
don't worry about dot night. Do it when dot's at $60. Yeah, because it'll be a dot night potentially on a polka dot boat, But yeah, I like this level here on Kusama, closer to like $32. See if we can get that push into this candle, make me feel a little bit better. But yeah, obviously risk to reward guys here. We broke structure, had this whole thing pushing down. It's on the list. Other than that, guys, I wouldn't be like chasing new projects right now. Like if Bitcoin continues to fall, like yeah, Star Atlas is on my list, Alluvium's on my list. They're just kind of getting wrecked a little bit with BTC pushed down. And then you have other projects like Maker.
Dude,
Really
going
care less.
crazy.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I see it on the chart. A lot of money is leaving ETH and going into Maker.
Man, dude, like I was checking my portfolio, like, oh, I mean, good.
Yeah, look at this. It's breaking out.
Yeah.
Maker to ETH. So, it's
Man, if
probably
only you guys could have got it when it was cheap. Oh man. Oh, that's right. You had the opportunity.
Shots fired. If you were here, shots fired.
We were talking about Maker when it was like 600, 700. People were like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, what do you mean you don't know? Like, this project is like the central bank for Ethereum. Everything that goes through DeFi pretty much flows through Maker.
We're gonna start a club, the sub 600 club, and if you got, it's like this. We're gonna get a giant submarine picture just diving down, and if you bought it,
listen, we're gonna get a picture of the submersible.
Yeah, guys, Solana, I'm really liking this pullback. Sometimes I'll throw some averages on here, and you had this cross here at the end of last year. It's super laggy, but like price is holding here. So like if Solana bounces set $60 to $80, like it just really holds. The next push is to 189 to 200. So be patient, guys. Like some of these projects, I know maybe you're in profit or you have the urge to sell or buy more. Just understand that like the goal that you might have, it may take time. And like I look at this chart and I'm like, this is super healthy. Like this is extremely healthy price action. I don't think we're going to come back to $30. Doubt it. But anything in this zone here, you want a DCA, sure. But, we see where Solana has been. This next wave up, we're going to be very close to that level. And if Bitcoin can go do something crazy at that time, which I think it will, and then a little bit of speculation comes in around here, like a Sol ETF starts being talked about around 140, 160, boom, you're past an all-time high very quickly. So just keep that in mind. I've been watching Cardano, Kurt. I've been watching this little chart here.
You are just full of growth today, man. Man, I'm loving it. XRP, so got Cardano up here today. Okay. I mean, and the thing about, and I'm gonna be real with you guys too. Like Cardano right now is still in a lot of figuring it out as well. Like I've been looking at some of their different posts and some of the things they've been talking about, and they're adopting new technology right now. Like they want to be innovative with other things, and they want to keep the same methods that they've been utilizing. And I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. I like it, but I know moving forward they got to make a decision. Cardano has been oscillating for years about making a big move when it comes to DeFi. They've been oscillating big time when it comes to getting into the NFT space. They've been oscillating big time when it comes to just really deciding on what type of, governance mechanisms they want to use. Like they gotta decide something. Like I get it, Charles. You're trying to figure out what the next big thing's gonna be, and you want to be ahead of the curve and all of that. You gotta pick one and go, bro. Like at this point, everybody's just moving, and you're sitting here saying, maybe. I'm like, dude, because I the last call I saw him do, he wants to adopt some polka dot technology, and I'm like, polka dot's rebranding right now. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've been I've been spending a lot of time in their like NFT spaces, actually trying to like figure something out. And they told me that they have a wallet that has a seed phrase, but that seed phrase is the seed phrase to 3 other Cardano wallets. So I really wasn't bullish on that.
Was it that Daedalus wallet?
I don't know the name. They're like, yeah, this seed phrase is for 3 wallets, 3 different wallets on Cardano. And I was like,
that's a lot, bro.
And they were kind of complaining, like, you know how like ETH, you just like send, you just put like the wallet address and the wallet address and it just sends. Theirs is like not like that. It's like a little bit more complex. So like those are still early stages.
Yeah.
They are getting a bigger presence in the Cardano on the NFT space, but I don't know if, like just NFTs, is that going to make, a coin that has, it's still top 10, so we can't discredit that, and I'm not.
Yeah, I mean they've locked a lot of the value in. There isn't a whole lot of my bad. There isn't a whole lot of like, I don't know, like there isn't a whole lot of like problems with the network at all. Like it's not getting hacked or anything crazy or anything like that. But it's still a scenario where they haven't made a real life impact on the market. Like everybody knows it's a legitimate project, but when you think about Sol, Sol has a dominant hold in the NFT space. It's making moves in DeFi. All right, they're being innovative. They have people adopting their technology. Same thing with Ethereum. You're even seeing it now with Cosmos. Like everybody wants to utilize some of their technology. I'm like, Cardano, my dog. Like, what are we doing? Like, you've been here, you've been in the top 10. People know who you are, and you've yet to make that big impact, that dent. Like, people know what XRP is all about. They know what Solana's all about. They know what Polkadot is about to a certain extent. I feel like Dot has showed up and kind of taken some of the shine away from Cardano. And people are waiting more. They're more anticipating what Dot 2.0 is going to be about, as opposed to what Cardano's going to do in the next bull run.
Look, Kurt, I'm a buyer sub 30, so we come back here, we're sending it.
Yeah,
okay?
Bro. If I can get it down to 90 cents, I'm with you. I'm with you all day, because I'm not gonna miss out on the price action. But it's just for project sake, for like innovative sake, like I don't know. I know they're a measure twice, cut once kind of coin, but it's just this project has got to make a decision. Like when Boink showed up, it was like everybody got super excited. Here we go, dog with hat.
You seen this? It's at 400 million market cap. So like, come on, Cardano,
bro.
Dog with the hat. Look at the picture of the dog. Oh my! Whose dog is this?
I don't know. It looks
better get royalties.
It looks like it's Chris Terry's dog. All right, it looks just like the dog Chris Terry. It looks like it's golden retriever.
It's like Laney. Oh my God, I'm dead.
It does though. I love that dog.
Good Lord.
But no, man, like I really want Cardano to really like step it up, man, and start doing something big. But I haven't seen anything of anything with like Charles is just not a rah-rah guy. He complains more than he does anything when it comes to like, groundbreaking, introductions to new things that Cardano is doing. It's like there has been like I've been hearing about this stable coin for Cardano for 3 years.
Oh yeah, it's
like
dude. I didn't have a stable coin. How are you in the top 10 without a stable coin? Is my question,
bro. Now you seeing where I'm like, what are we like? We need to know like this is happening. Like, what are
bro? They should. Well, here's what they should do. They should go to Aave and they should use GHO, the Aave stablecoin, and just adopt it on the Cardano network. If they did that, because that stablecoin is doing really well right now.
I want it, man. I've been waiting for it. I'm telling you guys, like I like Cardano. Cardano's gained my respect, but they're doing that thing again where they just delay so long, and then all of a sudden we get maybe a big jump out of nowhere, and then they just delay again for so long. It's like, when are we gonna start seeing the growth? Like the project has been going through all the different phases. The roadmap's been going as scheduled. And there's no innovation. It's just that we launched that and that works, and we haven't adopted the stable coin yet. We haven't gotten really going in DeFi yet. And I know inside of crypto now, if your project does not have a strong DeFi base, it's dead in the water. There's no arguing that point. Like if you do not have a strong DeFi base at the root of your at the root of your layer one, or your layer 0, it's not going to get where it wants to go. Any project that's made a huge climb and it's a layer 1, or even some potential layer 2s, they have a big statement and they have a big hold in DeFi, right? I watched Polygon show up and go crazy, right?
Yep.
Like it's just the way this stuff goes, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see, after all this like ETF money comes in and ETH does get approved, I think we're gonna look back at like these $1 to $5 billion market caps, and like some of them are not gonna some of them might not perform, but I could see like some of these like having 5, 10, 20, 50, 100x some of these market caps. Like people kind of still forget like there's only $1 trillion in crypto. Like it's not a lot of money, everybody. Okay. I know it feels like it is, but it's really not compared to global economic. We're talking US money. Like there's trillions. What happens when Australia and Asia, Hong Kong is already rumored to be about to approve of their first spot Bitcoin ETF. So keep that in mind. Like we're talking American ETFs on the American stock exchanges that have been approved for just Bitcoin. So the rest of the world is going to be following. That is for sure. And I look at the dominance here, and it's like we had the push, we broke structure, created a lower to high. Let this dominance come into this level, and I'd be looking for a huge sell-off here, and I think that's where alts starts.
Man, bro.
Like XRP is really, setting up here, I think, against Bitcoin, just that slow sideways, and then boom, all these imbalances have already been filled. We're really targeting, that was a terrible line. We're really targeting this level here. Let this thing run here soon. Hopefully, God willing. We're still praying.
Yeah, I mean, we're early. We're still early. We haven't gotten to halving yet. We haven't really gotten to the point where the money is truly flowing. Like everybody's just monitoring these ETFs and what's going on with Coinbase and what's going on with Grayscale. And it's just one of those things where you got to be a little more patient with when the money starts to flow. You'll see it. You'll for sure know, but it's just there is a lag to some of this stuff too. But at the same time, these projects are going to come back and fill these areas. There's just orders waiting at certain levels, and you can't rush it. As bad as you may want it to go up now because you put your first 37 cents into something, like you got to be patient. You got to know, hey, these orders are going to be filled. Price is going to come back to these zones, and you got to allow it to get to the area. Like we talk about this all the time. There's not every market, not every move in the market is a money move. Like sometimes you got to let the movement come to you. You find your zone, risk to reward, game time.
Yep. Not bro, facts. I mean, we live in a world where people want results so fast, but it's like wealth is created through like long-term investing. And, that's why I think you guys need to be using the whole package, stocks and crypto. Oh, Kurt, we had a conversation yesterday. They're summoning a Fantastic Four go live, the students. Can somebody tell Kurt what that is, guys? They've been summoning.
Summoning a Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Can somebody tell Kurt what that means?
Let me see. Ace, Mike, Kurt, PK. Oh yeah. I want that.
They want us to do a go live and talk about options and crypto and
like one big call or like a weekly thing we all do.
Oh no, just one big call.
Oh, okay.
One.
I was about to say, bro, like oh my God, bro. That
Yeah, okay. We're gonna start with one call, guys.
Yeah, let's test the water with one first and see.
Yeah, because that's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of personalities, and we're gonna have to get Ace to talk, which he will.
But his voice, I'm gonna be mesmerized, like he's got the whole.
Yeah, that might need to be a 2 hours.
Like if he doesn't look like his voice is that deep, but when he talks, it's like, oh wow. Like it's a whole vibe. But yeah, that'll be fire. That'll be fire, bro. And I think the personalities, it'll be good for like everybody to kind of get that combination of what happens with stocks and crypto and seeing how the thought processes are all kind of flowing into that same energy of you got to be patient, you wait for the zone, you take advantage of the zone, knowing your exits before you even get into the position. Because a lot of people think we're going to get in this stuff and just cross our fingers and toes and hope it goes up. It's like, no, we got targets. We know the areas we want to exit these things in.
Yeah, we got to kick Palencia out. She just called me Ant-Man and
What?
Kurt Iron Man. Guys. Kurt's not Iron Man.
I
Okay.
mean, I could be Tony Stark-ish, you know.
You do have a lot of technology. Go on tour with Kurt. He's got like all these tech
Yeah,
things.
but I'm always prepared. So listen, fun fact: we went to a restaurant, right, just to get some food after a meeting, after the event. But we had a big meeting where we're gonna go to a fancy restaurant. So I leave with chicken strips, and everybody's like, "Kurt, we're gonna go get more food. You don't need to have chicken strips." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Bro, I have to take food back to the room. I might be hungry again." So we go to the restaurant. It takes us all day to get seated. It takes them all day to take our order. It takes us all day for the food to show up.
Where was that? Where was that?
Where were we, bro? I'm trying to remember. We were waiting for the longest. We've been so many places, bro.
I remember the situation. I don't
Yep.
remember where we were in Dallas. No,
I want to say Dallas.
we were in Dallas. We were in Dallas. We went to Nick and Sam's.
Yep. It was
Yeah.
slapping in there. We couldn't even get seated for like maybe it was like 30, 45 minutes. We were just at a bar just talking. We finally sat down. Everybody was hungry, and guess who had food on them? Old Kurt with the chicken strip, and we're all passing chicken strips around the table, and I'm like, see?
Kurt's taking chicken strips to a restaurant where the chicken cost $5,000. So that was
and it worked out beautifully. And then everybody's phone started dying. Who's got a backpack full of chargers? Kurt to the rescue. Plug me up, bro. I'm on my last bar. I'm like, yep, here we go.
guys. Also, Kurt had one of these with him. Let me show you a picture. let me pull this up real quick. When you guys travel with Kurt, you probably never will, but if you ever do, he'll have like a lot of these things with him, like these Rubik's cubes.
Yep.
all these different like triangular devices.
I stay with puzzles, man. Like I like having stuff that challenges my brain when I'm out. So like I play games here and there on my phone, but like I like to have things that I can constantly. And the thing with the Rubik's Cube, it's just the algorithm. Once you get used to the, how many turns left, how many turns right, how many turns clockwise, after that you get into a rhythm and that's it. You do it quick. I try to figure out how fast I can do them. My son thinks I'm like a robot when I do it in front of him. He's like, bro, that's crazy. I'm like, you get used to doing it. It's a pattern. That's all.
What a legend. Well, guys, this has been fun. When's our next session? Oh, okay, we're done this week. Analysis tomorrow. Anything else you want to share? Feel free to take the screen. We can go over. I don't know if there's anybody on after us on Thursdays.
Yeah, no, man. Honestly, man, I gotta so more character building. Somebody tried to break into my truck, bro. Like,
Dude, do they know who you are?
I don't know, bro, but like, yeah, so like I gotta get my window fixed after this. I gotta I had ordered the glass finally showed up. It was like the little back quarter vent window thing that's super expensive that you gotta order to get.
Bro, it might be time to tell Sloppy to stop trying to break into your car.
I think it was him, bro. I'm telling you. I really feel like it was him because I feel like there was Ohio State stickers still around when he did it. Like he tried to patch it up. But I'm going to find out if it was him, bro.
Dude, 100%. I think it was. But...
Yep.
All right, bro. Well, appreciate you. We'll talk soon. And tell people to stop breaking into your car and go Lions. Maybe you got to put a Lion sticker on their car so that doesn't happen.
That's probably what they probably saw the Ohio State stuff, and that's why they did it because they thought I was from Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Sloppy set me up. He got me. Everybody thinks I'm an op in here now. That's what it is.
You gotta let them know who's boss.
Man.
It's wild. All right, guys. Much love. See y'all guys soon on Live Analysis tomorrow. All right, Kurt. Peace.
Let's get it. All right, family. I appreciate you guys as always, man. It's been a vibe. Y'all know how we do, man. Like, this week has been a week. That's all I can say. Family stuff is always is a thing. But I appreciate you guys for just being patient, rocking with us, man. I appreciate Mike for holding it down, man. Just being a bro like he always is. Just came through clutch this week. So listen, fam, I'll be on with you guys on Monday. We'll be doing dot night. I'll be talking about Kusama and everything else as well. I'm going to try to cram as much information as I can into Monday so you guys can get all the information you need. And you know how we do. We're just going to have fun with like we always do. All right, family. I love you guys. I got to go get stuff fixed. So you guys have a blessed one. And as usual, and as always, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. I'm out. Or we out. And, oh, yeah. Good night, everybody. Stay blessed, family. Love you guys. Get this bag. Let's go. Listen, no Marvel moment because I actually got to hurry up for this place closing. so I can get this thing done. It's cold outside. I got to drop my window open. All right, family. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Let's get this bag, fam.